All right, welcome to Sunset Hotline. We just did another one. Jesse here rocked out another one. This is GunForce. It's by IREM. It's kind of like a Contra clone. And we had to replace the plug on it. And then once it came up, the red was gone. And so what did you do, Jesse?
I had to disconnect the RGB connector in the back and clean the pins, probably because it got oxidized over the years. So took the connector off, cleaned all the pins on both the connector and the board, plugged it in. There you go.
He used a toothbrush. He wanted acetone, and I thought I had acetone here, but I actually didn't. We had some old paint thinner. So we used WD-40.
Hey, WD-40 works for everything.
You don't want to use it to actually lubricate anything.
No.
But as far as a cleaning agent,
It works good.
yeah. So yeah, there's the screen. GunForce looking tip-top. That CRT's actually looks really good. So if anything, what were you thinking, Jesse? You wanted to adjust like brightness or something?
Yeah, there's a couple adjustments we could do in the back to clean it up a little bit more.
Awesome. Yeah, I like the marquee a lot.
It's good.
Really cool game. GunForce 2 is also really good. But this one is basically like a Contra clone.
Winners don't do drugs.
Yep. Alright, so GunForce needs a little bit of cabinet stuff. Pretty minor, but it's missing feet. And I'm going to add some corner protectors to it. So nothing major. But yeah, there it is, tilted back, looking crazy. So let's add those to it. And also, I think I have side art for it. So might go ahead and do that too. I got to get it set up on our cashless system and kind of go through and change the locks and all that. But this one's a really fun game. So let's do it. When you get these legs for the arcade machine, this is what they come with. It's basically a plate that you would attach to the bottom. If there isn't a hole for this bolt to go through, you could drill like a pilot hole into the cab right in the center. And then this would just go up in there. And then this is like a set, kind of a set screw or set nut, I guess. So you can adjust the height and put that in and it locks the height, you know. In this case though, this one, here, and you know, here it is, man. When the game doesn't have feet, it sucks. Cause it's like, it gets beat to hell when you're moving it. I mean, it's like, it's just horrible. So you gotta have feet on games. And this isn't, you know, like Captain America, that one needed them. Anyway, there's already some holes in there. So what I'm doing is, I'm gonna go ahead and put the piece on there. And it's already threaded, so I'm just gonna go ahead and do this. See how many I can do like this. I don't know if I can do all 4, but... Okay, so... essentially, once I screw that into place, you know, this might lock, but that's okay. I mean, honestly, like, I don't know how much leveling I'll need to do, but we'll see what happens. If that's a bad idea, I will know shortly, but hopefully it just works out. All right, so there it is. And you know, as long as you don't over tighten it, you can still adjust. So that's working out pretty good. A little more reinforced than just putting it in the existing hole, so that's what I'm gonna do. All right, so here's the thing installed. I did add some washers on this side just to make it a little more easy to adjust. But yeah, I've got the corner protectors on, and yeah, it's I don't know, it's not like anyone's gonna be really looking at the bottom here, but now I'm gonna flip it around and do the other side. All right, so here's GunForce, the back and the board. This game's made by IREM. Here's the manual that was inside the cabinet. And what I'm gonna adjust is actually the sound or attract mode. It's set up right now to just play continuously while you're, you know, in demo mode. So Here's your two dip switch settings, and this is the first one. It says sound and demo, and you go over here to 7 to pin the switch 7 right there. So we want it to be off. So 7 should be off, which is up here. I think that's it right there. So I'm going to toggle it off and see what other settings we have here. Difficulty, normal, easy, hard, continuation mode, yes, no, I don't know what that is. Diagnostic test, okay. Cool, so I'll try that out. All right, winners don't use drugs. Let's see if we get a some audio here. Nope, I think we're good. Because normally it would be making noise right now, so that's good. So we basically got rid of the tracked mode. All right, so I think I'm gonna put some side art on this thing. Let's see how that turns out. All right, so it's time to make GunForce look a little better with some side art. I think this might be the side art that I actually made. I can't remember because I had to make quite a bit of custom stuff that just wasn't out there. But a printer I found on Etsy helped me out. So I've never actually done something like this, so I'm gonna see how I do. And I figure I'll start with GunForce because it's GunForce. I love this game, but I also need to do Final Fight. So. And some others. So anyway, I'm gonna put it on here. I'm gonna clean this with some alcohol first, just to get all the surface dust and dirt. Let it dry for a second, and then use some painter tape and tape it on there and make sure it looks good. I'm gonna make a note of the measurement, how far down it starts, something like this, and then I'm gonna follow their instructions and see if I can get it to actually look good. Okay, so there it is, pretty straight. It's a little hard because the floor is crooked, but I think that's pretty good. And then I'm gonna put a piece straight from top to bottom. So, and then the idea is to pull off half, cut the back of the paper as it's peeled over, and then apply it. So we'll see how that goes. Centerpiece applied. So now the idea is to pull this off. And I have to use both hands, but I want to do that. Basically separate the actual backing paper. So I'm gonna pull it over to the middle and then cut this white paper off from top to bottom and then apply it like that and then smooth it out. So that side's been applied. I'm using 2 different squeegees. They seem pretty good, but yeah, it actually went down really smooth. I just pulled at it like from here over first and then worked my way down, but I did end up with one air bubble right there. So I'm gonna try and smooth that out. And then after 5 minutes, the glue's pretty solid, and then you can peel the left side and pull it off. So I think it looks pretty good though. And then we'll take the plastic cover off over that. So there it is. I still have this layer to remove, but I'm waiting for the glue to dry. So I think it did pretty good. There's a couple air bubbles up here. It says that happens probably for noobs, but it says to use a pin, a push pin to release it. But I've also heard that eventually the air will dissipate, so who knows, maybe not. So this side's drying. This side is still, you know, kind of wet as far as the glue, so I'm gonna let it do that. And then over here, I went ahead and applied the other one. So I'm just gonna do that again. Basically, once you get the centerpiece up, it's pretty solid. you know, because that's when you can peel it off. So just like that. And then you cut that back paper, the white paper. I just used some scissors and just went straight down like that. And then as soon as I folded it over, I just used a squeegee really hard right in the middle, from the middle over to the edge, and then just kept going. So we'll see what it looks like. So I think it looks really good. Definitely pops. Machine's a little dirty, you know, I gotta dust it, but all in all, it's nice, super bright. I got it on straight. A few little imperfections. You know, the cabinet's not like completely resurfaced or anything, so it's not, you know, it's not like perfect. So this side, I will tell you, it is extremely satisfying to use the squeegee, and I'll show you. I used this one first. So what I would do is, you know, use this one right in the middle and just go over like that. And then kind of just repeat in layers. And it's, I don't know why, but it's very satisfying. And then the other thing that's weird about it is, like, you'll get an air bubble, and this one's not really good at getting the air bubbles out. This is a softer one, but this one has like a felt, and it's harder. And when you really go over it, you can really move the air bubbles through. Some of these, like this, is actually a bump in the cabinet. The cabinet's real rough. I could have sanded it, you know, and like really gone crazy, but honestly, I don't have time. I just want to get the art on here. But this is super satisfying when you get an air bubble and you hear it pop. It's like snap. So, pretty cool. Let's pull this off. It's almost a two-handed job, so I'll see if I can do it, but it's actually really adhesive, this backing. Super sticky. It almost makes me wonder if I should probably do this with two hands. But it makes me wonder if you could use this in some way. It's like some really nice sticky tape. But man, look how good the art looks. So yeah, this company, they're called Dbx Graphics, and they're on Etsy. I really thought they were cool. Plus, what was also nice is that I was able to just like set the size. I think I set these to be 17 by 20 or something like that. I don't remember. And just making all my art. I'll show you guys in a second. I'll show you the other art that I have to do. But on the other side, I used two hands, and this was a little quicker. But it is sticky, dude. I used a mix of like Illustrator. Did I use Illustrator? I might have used InDesign to just lay it out. I set my page, and then I found the art. And in some cases, I had to really make my art look better by using high quality graphics. I can't remember if this was one that they had or not. They had a few. There we go. Boom, dude. Holy crap. So you're supposed to wipe it down with like soap and water. But man, it looks so nice. Honestly, it's the nicest thing about the cabinet now. What I did was I went around to all my cabinets and I measured from left to right, and I just, you know, chose a general size. So anyway, pretty sweet. GunForce is ready to rock. I'm going to show you the other art that I had printed. Oh, and also, so Final Fight is 1, so I gotta put that on there. And then I think I got Street Fighter 2 Alpha, which I already talked about that. This one I've got torn down right now, but yeah, so this is a huge cabinet, huge monitor. All right, so here's the other art. So these are just pairs. Captain America, which is crazy because this is pretty small compared to the size. I mean, that artwork that is on the original is massive. All right, so then we got Captain America, we got Superstars, which that cabinet's gonna be a little tricky because it's super rough. There we go. There's Final Fight. I think they had this one, and it's custom. You can see it's like angled, so that'll be a little tricky. Here's Street Fighter 2 Alpha. That's huge. Really huge. It's awesome. Kid Nicky. I actually made this one. Pit Fighter. I made that one too. I'll show you guys as I do these. Yep. Combat Tribes. I made that one too. Raiden, made that one. And finally, Joe and Mac, or Caveman Ninja, and I also made this one, which was pretty cool. So there you go. That's GunForce. Thing was start to finish kind of crazy. Feet, monitor problem. What was it, like a color thing? Something with the color. It's been so long now. And then yeah, the feet. Anyway, it's looking good now. It plays great. It's gonna be a cool game. Side art looks good. You know what you're gonna do until next time? You're gonna keep that shit retro by playing Contra on the arcade later on.